the person sitting beside you, in the next 3 to 5 years, if they do not do something different and they do not start to create their own niche in the real estate market, the friend that's sitting beside you in 3 to 5 years' time might not be there anymore in terms of being in the industry. And that is a very hard truth because when I started real estate 16 years ago, I chanced upon this trend report that this is going to happen in the next 10 years. And as I was holding the masterclass just last month, I realized that a lot of things that's being written here has already came true. And today, in my short 1 hour with you, I want to add as much value to you as possible. So I want to invite you to pen down your thoughts on the pen and paper right in front of you. Would that be okay with everybody? Yes. Right? All right, awesome, great. So, this is the statistics in Singapore. So why do I want to bring up Singapore is that back 16 years ago when I started real estate, there was no regulations. There was no Council of Estate Agents. Council of Estate Agents started in 2010. That was about 14 years back. And they've done a great job since then because back then, when I started real estate 16 years back, everybody looked down on real estate agents in Singapore. They call it a cowboy industry. When I started as a brand new realtor, I still remember my first month attending training. And I go up to the trainer after the class. It was a very simple class about understanding how to sell HDB properties. And I was trying to ask the trainer, hey, Mr. Trainer, is it okay that I have a short 30 minutes with you on how to do a seller presentation? The trainer looked at me and asked me, who is your manager? Go to your manager, don't ask me. So that was how industry was like 16 years ago. It's like a dog-eat-dog kind of industry, very toxic, nobody wants to share information. And the way that I pick up seller presentation learning was actually through another realtor from another company. So he was so kind-hearted to teach me how to do a seller presentation. And that was how I picked up back then. Now in Singapore right now, there are 35,300 plus professional licensed realtors. To get a license in Singapore, you need 1.5 years. Can you imagine that right now? Because just to go for a course, you need to go for about, the course is just actually 1 to 2 months, but you need to wait for the course to happen. That's about 6 months. Just to book the exam is another 6 months. And to wait for the results is also another 6 months. So it's about 1.5 years. But how are the agents now in Singapore trying to stand up against one another? However, based on our observation, close to 90% of Singapore realtors actually exit the industry within the first year because it's so competitive and Singapore is so small. And in fact, out of 30,000 realtors, I would say that only about 11,000 realtors are active right now. How do we know that? It's because when we look at Property Guru, the most popular portal in Singapore, only about 11,000 realtors have an account with Property Guru. And in Singapore, it's very clear-cut. Because it's so small,